Hey everybody, this is MyCollectables coming back with another video. And this is not necessarily a video I like to make, but it has to be said, you guys. Web3 is failing digital collectors, and it's a problem that is happening in certain projects. It's a problem that's happening across the Web3 space, and you have to choose very wisely about where you're going to go if you're a digital collector. And you have to obviously hold these companies and people behind them accountable for their actions. And you have to be very wise about what you're going to do if you want to get into the space. And it goes for the same thing in the physical world as it is here in the digital world. But more importantly, in the digital world, it is brand new. This is a new field, a new area, a new industry. And there's certain companies that are building the right way, in my opinion. And I'm going to talk about this and get into it. And I really want to hear your feedback. Now, I'm not going to specifically go in to every detail on the stuff that is shown on the screen right here, but there are huge examples in the last literally 24 hours in the last couple of weeks of things that are really hurting the digital collectors who are coming into this space. And there are platforms that are doing a much better job at it. And those are the ones that I'm going to focus on and have been focused on, in fact, on this channel for sure. Right now, all of this, like I said, is just my opinion. I really want to know your opinion as well in the comment section, so you guys can let me know what you think, because we're just trying to grow this together. And my big message to everybody who is digital collecting, we as a community have to stick together, and we have to make sure that we push these platforms, these owners, these people, in the right direction, and also that we held them accountable and we speak with our wallets, because, some of the stuff going on is not good, you guys. And it's just, it's just a shame, because this is a beautiful new industry that I think has a ton of potential in the future right here. But there's some stuff happening that just should not happen at all, for sure. Now, we got to talk about this. You got Nifty's and you got the Recur rug, and you can go into the Recur rug and you can look at exactly what happened with that platform. There's people making videos all about it. You can check it out, but it is definitely a rug pull right there, 100%. And I feel really bad for all the people who wanted to go there and collect and have another option, because that's what this space needs, is good, solid options that you can trust for digital collecting. And they completely rugged on everybody just basically yesterday. This is August the 19th. This video has come out. And Nifty's went down and under as well for different reasons, for sure. But these kind of things are happening where people do not build properly, and, there's not enough going on in those communities and in some of these projects to keep them afloat, because they just do not have the power of the IP, the leadership, all this kind of stuff. And you can see what happened there. Shady activity from projects like A Kid Called Beast and the recent developments on the McFarlane platform, which I really want to get behind and enjoy. But there's some shady stuff that happened there. And, I don't know what those projects are going to do to rebound from this. Hopefully they do. But, you can go in and follow it. It's all over online right now and stuff like that. These are just two examples. And I really hate it for McFarlane, because that's a company I really want to get behind, which I do have minted on. And I'm, not one of the people who have received anything from, McFarlane or anything like that. I'm just a collector like you guys who's just gone in there and tried to go after some stuff and had some fun. This is the kind of stuff that needs to be cleaned up, because it erodes confidence in the digital collecting space. You can't have stuff like this going on. Otherwise, people will leave. Okay, so this is just kind of like a big thing that's happening right now. Elmont X, now there's nothing wrong with that company at all. I think they're doing some really great stuff, but they got hacked and people got scammed. So I did a whole video on safety. So this is not a shot at the company Elmont X. I think they're doing great, but the safety aspect, they need to do a better job on, and all these companies do as well, because there's hacking and stuff going on. There's scams going on in Web3 that you won't find on, some centralized platforms like VeeVee and, DC NFT, so there's new collectors. If you watch my previous video, new collectors, are being thrown to the wolves on some of these platforms, and we as community need to help protect them, right? But, Web3 is not helping them at all. In fact, it's going after some of these new people who don't know what they do, who aren't experts in crypto and in MetaMask and all that. Elmon themselves are doing their best to keep everything safe, so I really do trust them, and we'll see how it goes from here. They do drops on VeeVee as well, you know, but security needs to be the utmost priority for a company like that, and for all companies who are in that interoperable Web3 wallet type of environment. It's just not safe for new collectors. Only experts should be going there. VeeVee and stuff, you know, the companies like that are a perfect place for people to come at the beginning when they're just getting into digital collecting, and they've been building a really great, you know, system right here for that. OpenSea is in trouble as well, guys, with Yuga Labs and the Bored Apes and all of that. With their recent announcement, you can look into that. But another big NFT platform, you know, could possibly be in trouble. And I got my drop heads on OpenSea, so, you know, I'm not really necessarily worried about the platform, but there are things that happen like that, you know, with decisions that are made, for example, in big, powerful companies like the Bored Apes and Yuga Labs are like trying to, you know, do different. You can look into that whole situation, but, you know, these marketplaces for NFTs that do not have licensed digital NFTs mostly, you know, you got to be careful with what you're doing over there. My drop heads are just us and, you know, together. So we're going to be fine no matter what. But like stuff like that is something for you to keep your eyes on as well. So meanwhile, in the background, you got companies like VeeVee, who, you know, I cover mostly on this channel, but I cover them all. I cover McFarlane. I cover, you know, Cryptoys to a certain extent as they slowly build. I cover DC NFT all the time. You know, HRO is another one. I go into other projects as well. Companies like VeeVee are building it the right way, you guys, from the inside, you know, and you can see that the ownership of that company is solid. You can see that they have credibility. You know, you can see that what they're doing with this upcoming drop, with the moment of silence for one of our great members of the community. You can see how they're, you know, building it out and giving a platform that has big IP for like new collectors to come in and feel safe and just get their feet wet and just enjoy collecting as, you know, as a passion. They have their whole branding as collectors at heart. I mean, these are the kind of things I look for as a collector in the physical space when I come into the digital space. And I got to tell you, Web3 is failing digital collectors right now. We want to go into other platforms and buy stuff and have fun and collect. But when you get this kind of activity, you get these kind of potential scams, you get these rug pulls, it is not good for digital collecting as an industry to grow. So I'm going to ask you guys to choose wisely, be very discerning about what you're going to do. My personal opinion, and this is just me, is that VeeVee is the leader in this space. I think it's very clear for that. I think what they're doing is building. They've had their hiccups. They've had their problems for sure, but they seem to be building things the right way. And this is a company that I'm going to be following mostly from now on. I will be talking about a lot of other projects as well as they come up. But, you know, if these projects don't clean up their act, you guys, I'm out, because I'm not doing this kind of stuff. I'm not messing around. I want a safe, secure environment where I can enjoy collectibles with a community that is passionate about the IP. Okay, this is what I'm looking for in a project. This is where I'm going to put my money in, you know, with Spider-Man and all the rest of them. And I would recommend that everybody do the same kind of thing. Think about what you want, you know, and be safe out there for sure, and really choose wisely moving forward. And as a community, we all have to stick together. I see these platforms, you know, all fighting for our dollar, but it doesn't mean that we have to fight as community members together about it, taking shots at each other when we should really be taking the shots at the owners who are pulling these rug pulls, doing these scams, acting nefariously. These are the people that should get the attention, not each other. We should be the ones who are supporting each other, helping each other learn and grow in this space, and pushing the companies that we think are going to do best forward. So this is just my little message to you guys. I hope you guys appreciate it. Let me know what you think in the comments section below for sure. And, you know, happy collecting, you guys. Cheers.